Welcome into Northeastern Junior College as we get set for the second match of the Gold Pool here on this Saturday morning as the Sterling High School JV squad, the Tigers, take on Heritage Christian. Heritage Christian coming off a 3-0 loss to the Otis Bulldogs in the opening match, and we're set to get underway for the second one here today as the first match for the Sterling JV squad as they will take the court. They're a JV squad, so a lot of youth on the floor for them. In fact, all sophomores except for Josie Blagg, one of their freshmen. For head coach Kristen Kugler, former Sterling Tiger player, the Sterling varsity squad is playing up in Silver Creek, and I believe you can also see that online today. I may be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure you can see that online today as well. Heritage Christian will look to rebound. You know, we saw some positive things from them in the Otis one, especially that second game where they came out and only lost 25-22, just could not close it out. And I think you could see some positive things for Heritage Christian against the Sterling JV team. I'm really taking a look at Heidi Friedrich and Samantha Leone as their two seniors to really step up and be able to possibly exploit some of the youth that the Sterling JV squad will display in this one. So the teams take the court and the officials will line them up as Briggsdale and Resurrection Christian are playing in the black pool. They're in their second game as we just set to get our match underway, our second match of the day. Everybody in this tournament guaranteed 4 matches. That's why it's one of the more popular tournaments to come to for the small schools in the region. You come into this and you're guaranteed 3 pool play and then a placing match. So these teams like this one, 4 matches in a day. You don't do that very often, but it's a great opportunity to try and get something done. Grow up quite a bit in a tournament like this, especially this JV squad for the Sterling High School team. Sterling will be in the black jerseys on the near court, short sleeve, long sleeve black jerseys. Far side will be Heritage Christian. No communication on the back line as Emma Schultz and Emily Werner look at each other as the ball drops between them. And Heritage Christian takes the opening point in the match. That'll hand the serve to Kaylee Smith. Kaylee Smith's short serve is going to be the result of an ace. The way Heritage Christian wants to get something started. The attack deep. Dug out by Heritage Christian. Their turn attack off their libero swing will give Sterling JV their first points. It's 16-5 Res Christian in the second game against Briggsdale. They took the first 25-8 over in the black pool. Line shot deep, and it's out on the serve for Sterling JV, so 3-1 goes the tally here at the 15th annual NJC Spectacular. Jump serve for Heritage Christian off the hand of Heidi Friedrich, and she comes up with an ace. Said that senior's going to have to step up. She did right there with that ace. And she'll go and pick up was another ace, but nicely chased down by the Tigers. Eagles with a nice swing down the middle. Right there for the stuff block back was Maggie Adney for Sterling. Sterling runs a 6-2. While is keeping their setter in the back row. Free ball play back over by Heritage Christian. Set down the middle, and Adney with a nice swing down and in for Sterling JV. For 3 Heritage Christian. And an ace will tie us up at 4. Sterling's JV squad. This Sterling program, if you follow high school volleyball in the state of Colorado, always one of the better serving programs in the state. They were a 4A program for a number of years. They're playing 3A volleyball for the first time, and even their JV squad is showing it. Back-to-back aces to make it 5-4. Rifle shot deep will be popped up by Friedrich back row, and a nice attack big, but too big and out from Sarah Salter. And the tally goes 6-4 in favor of Sterling JV. Crawling the net court is the serve, and a third ace of the rotation makes it 7-4 and a 6-0 run for the Tigers. Line shot deep, set up, and the angle is wide. Too wide and out, and the Tigers have come absolutely barreling out of the gate here. Big serve, flat down the middle, will end the run at 7-0 for them. And the serve back over to Heritage Christian and into the hands of Tana Sysum. Sysum, line down the middle, fielded by Emma Scholes. And the free ball angled over by Carly Davis, the 5'9" sophomore. Freed back over by Friedrich for Heritage Christian. Back onto the near side for Emily Werner. Werner's attack does not get over, and that'll make it an 8-6 affair. Jump serve hammered down the middle, nicely played up by the Tigers. Bumps that in a back row swing from their libero. That is Shaylin Burkholder. She's too wide and out. And Heritage Christian, after giving up a 7-0 run, has run off 3 straight of their own. Serve clips the net cord and drops in for an ace from Salter, and we're deadlocked at 8. Volleyball can be a very momentum-oriented game, and you're seeing it right here. Line serve was going out. It was played by the Tigers on the back row, and another ace, the result, make it 9-8 Heritage Christian. Line serve to the back corner, ball dug out, set over the net and down and in. Emily Werner trying to free it, collided with her teammate, and Sterling able to tie it up at 9. Second 25-8 set over in the Blackpool as Res Christian is up now 2-0 on Briggsdale. Attack off the block of the net from Heritage, set it up in the big swing, banged back by the Heritage block again, and a free ball will be played deep. All popped up back row tip into the block at the net, down the middle of the tip, off the block once again, dug out, and it will be blocked back down by Heritage Christian and Sarah Salter to make it 10-9 Eagles. Salter puts the serve into the net, and we deadlock at 10. Line serve from Sterling deep back onto the Tiger side. Punch back over by Emma Schultz. Heritage tipping it down, and a free ball will be the result from Sterling. No, the ball does not get over the net, so Heritage Christian takes an 11-10 lead. Line serve down the near side, popped up by Burkholder, set up for Carly Davis. Her attack dug out by Heritage Christian, chased down, and a free ball will be the result for Michelle Kronberg. Her free ball doesn't get over the net, however, and we continue the back and forth momentum between the two squads. 11 all. Sterling with the serve. Ball popped up by Heritage Christian, and a nice left-handed swing from Samantha Leone, one of their seniors. Ball tipped deep by Sterling JV. Popped up back onto the near side. The big line deep, and too deep and out. And Sterling will take their first lead since that big run at 12-11. Ball rifled down the middle, popped up back row, set up in the big attack from Heritage Christian down and in. Deadlocks it right back at 12. The serve falls into the hands of Heritage Christian at 12 all. And their libero, Mariah Green. Ball misplayed on the receive by Sterling, and Heritage will take a 13-12 advantage. Green with the serve, angled near side, misplayed, and it's 14-12. Heritage trying to create some room. Trying to utilize Mariah Green. She's a libero for a reason, and she's serving very well right now. Misplayed attack by Sterling at the net makes it 15-12 Heritage here in set one. And Green will continue with the serve. Crawling the net court, ball dug out for Sterling on the back row by Josie Blagg, and the free ball back deep. Actually, Emma Scholes got a nice swing on that ball, so ends the Heritage run. 15-13 Eagles here in game one. Ball line down the middle. That's going to be an ace for Sterling, and they work their way back within one. After getting the kill to end the run, she gave herself the serve, did Emma Scholes, and Emma will line it down the middle again and pick up another ace and tie it at 15. Angled serve to the back corner. How about three aces to give Sterling a 16-15 lead. And run back 5 straight. They ran off 7 straight earlier in the set. Ball misplayed, and then the free ball be the result. Popped up by Sterling, set up onto the near post for the Tigers, and Emily Werner nicely dug out back row by the Eagles. They'll free it over. Back set onto the near post. The big attack down and in for a kill from Josie Blagg, the freshman, and keeps the run going, makes it 17-15. How about another ace to make it 18-15, and a timeout going to be the result for a Heritage Christian, as they've seen the Sterling squad run off another long run. Volleyball is a game of momentum, but for the Heritage Christian Eagles, they've yet to get a real good run of their own accord. Got a nice one here, a 4 or 5 point run, but they were just unable to hold on to it. You've got to get those momentum runs, and then when your opponent's trying to go on the run back, just hold serve. Just get yourself into that point where you're really making it hard for them to get the run of their own. But Heritage getting a nice run. Then Sterling comes back with an even bigger run. It's happened twice here in this opening game. And the teams will take the floor with Sterling up 18-15 out of the Heritage timeout. Ball line down the middle, set up in the big attack, down deep, dug up by Sterling, then punch back over on the second hit. On the free ball, reset back up, and the ball line deep, dug up by the Tigers on the backside, set up onto the near side for Werner. Werner's attack down and in for the kill, and keeps the run going in spite of the timeout. 19-15 Sterling. Nice attack back. Was it touched? It was not, but a great attack for Heritage Christian from Heidi Friedrich to play the ball down the line, and hoping to get a touch. She did not, and Sterling with the serve. Ball popped up back row by Heritage. They'll get a floater play deep. Checked up by the Tigers in the back row. Chased down, and the free ball be tipped deep by Werner. Ball chased down, set up in the big attack. Hammered deep for Heritage Christian. Set onto the Heritage side. The swing too wide and out for Tana Sysom, as we're going to replay the point. Sysom went wide, but the back line judge missignaled. They're using student athletes and students from up here at NJC as line judges. We have 4 courts going at once on a big tournament weekend, and because of that missed signal, they will have to replay the point. Sterling's line serve at 20-15 deep. The attack by Friedrich banged off the block and out, so Heritage Christian able to take advantage of that replay. And get the point and hand the serve over to Kaylee Smith. Smith floats the ball under the net, completely mishit the floating jump serve. 21-16 Sterling. Ball line down the middle, popped up by Heritage Christian. Set for a nice swing. Crawl in the net cord did Itana Sysom. And Sysom allows Heritage back within 4. Let's see if they can get a run on the serve of Heidi Friedrich, one of their 2 seniors. Friedrich angles it near side. Ball popped up back row, chased down, and a free ball be the result from the back line. Friedrich chased it down, set down the middle for a swing from Sysom. Sysom blocked, back, down and in. Nice block by Maggie Adney, their sophomore. And Sterling will take the serve once again, 3 away from winning the opening set. Ball line deep, chased down by Heritage, and a free ball be the result. Checked up back row by Shaylin Burkholder, the libero. The turn and the attack down and in for a kill by Emily Werner makes it 23-17 for Sterling, and a timeout the result for Heritage Christian as they want to sit and talk it over once again. 15th Annual NJC Spectacular. Dayspring Christian going to take the match in a sweep. They're up 11 on Briggsdale, so Briggsdale going to fall to 0-2. (23-17). Sterling will have the serve. Heritage now out of timeouts. Line serve to the back corner, missed the back corner, so the timeout results in a momentum shift, a timing issue on the serve for Sterling. And hands the serve over to Tana Sysom, who hammers it into the net and gives Sterling set points at 24-18. Line serve angled deep, popped up back row, set down the middle, and the nice attack from Leone. Sterling gets a return quickly, and Emma Scholes hammers it into the net, make it 24-19. Line down the middle, ball popped up back row, bumps that up, and a back row swing by Burkholder, and Heritage within 4 at 24-20. Still set points for the Sterling Tigers. Ball line down the middle, popped up. Chased down, and a free ball be the result from Burkholder. Popped up by Heritage Christian. And a swing back coming deep from Salter. And Sterling somehow keeps that ball in play. Great athleticism, return back deep. Dugout back row. Set it up for a swing from Emma Scholl. She's blocked at the net. Ball kept up high in play, and then a back row swing knocked into the net by Hannah Kenny. 25-21. Heritage continuing to stave points off. Ball angled out, popped up, back onto the Heritage side. Chased down, and a free ball will be the result from Carly Davis for Sterling. Short set down the middle, the attack into the net, 4-hit violation. That will end the set at 25-21, but not before some good competitive points. Set 2 coming up next from the 15th Annual NJC Spectacular here on ColoradoPreps.tv.
These days, there's no free lunch, no free ride, not even any free time. Well, at Bank of Colorado, we're putting an end to all that because our personal free checking and personal free collection serve up a whole lot of free. You'll start with free checking, free online banking, free telebank access, free PIN pay, and more. Then when you add our personal free collection, you'll get a free savings account, free appraisal with your next mortgage, and more. So if you want to bring back the free, apply today to open a new account. Visit bankofcolorado.com and long live free. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The South Platte Sentinel has been serving Sterling and Logan County for more than 25 years, and they're proud to do it with accuracy, efficiency, and the most comprehensive local news, sports, and opinion you'll find anywhere. The South Platte Sentinel is available every Wednesday on your doorstep or online anytime at southplattesentinel.com. You can also check out the latest news and updates anytime on Facebook. Just visit the South Platte Sentinel Facebook page. The South Platte Sentinel, a proud supporter of Logan County.
Superior Fertilizer and Construction are proud supporters of the Caliche Buffs. They carry Hubbard feeds for all of your livestock needs. They are also a full-service ag dealer with dry and liquid fertilizer, anhydrous and Chemical Plus alfalfa and grass seeds. If you need a new pole building, give them a call. Same name, same location for 40 years. Give Superior Fertilizer and Construction a call today, 886-2161.
Get your DVD copies of the events you're seeing live online at BigTimeSmallTown.com. Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. Very glad you're enjoying the broadcast we're bringing to you live online. But don't forget you can have this broadcast whenever and wherever you want with a purchase of the DVD from Big Time Small Town Media. Go to www.BigTimeSmallTown.com. There you can check out all of the games that we've got from any past tournaments. We've been doing this for just more than a year, and Big Time Small Town Media is proud to be more than sports. We're community. (25-21), the opening set of our second match of the day goes to the Sterling Tigers, their JV squad, contending against Heritage Christian in this one, and Dayspring Christian just wrapping up their match against Briggsdale 3-0 in the Blackpool. So they're 2 into their day, and we're 1 game into our second of the day here in the Gold Pool. The way the schedule works out, you can't really speed this one up because there's always somebody playing back-to-back. So if you get an open court, you can't just move a match over to a different court. You got to sit and wait the way the schedule works out here at this Spectacular. So probably won't see us get to those Game 7 and Game 8, which are the placing matches, until 5:30 or 6 o'clock this evening. Line serve for Heritage is there now in the near court, and the big attack, too big and out for Sterling to kick things off here in the second. Line serve, lift ball, ace. Heritage Christian taking advantage of the ace on some very nice serving that they've gotten in this couple match stretch here from Kaylee Smith. Heritage has had a habit of following an ace with an air. Just cleared the net core. Ball quick set down the middle, and the attack at the net blocked. Daria Kramer could not get it around Sysom. And it's 3-0 Heritage here in the second. Ball line deep. The attack floated over the top of the block of the net by Daria Kramer. Chased down in the big swing back deep. Down and in for a kill by Sysom. 4-zip Heritage with the start here in the second game. Line serve goes into the net, so that service error will end the opening run for Heritage. Now the question, we've seen Heritage, now this is the second match. Can Heritage prevent giving up the big run after getting a big run of their own? Serve will come from Emma Scholes, popped up by the Eagles. Chased down in the near side swing over the block at the net from Friedrich. The tip set into the net, rejected back by Sysom. And that's the way you do it. You take that opponent's serve. See if you can keep this run going here, up 5-1 now. Line ball played deep, set up, and the big attack hammered into the net by Sterling to make it 6-1 quickly. Line ball popped up by Burkholder, not cleanly. That'll be an ace, and 7-1, and a timeout is the result from the Sterling Tigers. Sterling going to try and quell the momentum with that timeout as they're young players, and I talked about it right at the outset. A very young Sterling JV team, all sophomores, one freshman. And it's Heritage team. They're starting to show their seniority a little bit here in this second. Tip right back over after a return from the Tigers. A turn rifle deep by him as Scholes deep and out to make it 8-1. Line serve popped up by Burkholder, back row, set up down the middle of the attack, and in the net went the Heritage block. So a miss-hit ball. Bailed out by a Heritage blocking it. Back-to-back 4-0 runs for Heritage. Set up down the middle, ball crawls the net cord, popped up high, and then at the net, a stuff back by Maggie Adney on a return, and that's the first point the Tigers have won on their serve in this game. Up 1-0. Daria Kramer with the serve for Sterling. Popped up by Heritage Christian, set it up far side, tipped down the line by Salter. Read nicely by Sterling, but a miss-hit ball going to result in a 4-hit violation on the Sterling side, and Heritage will take the serve back at 9-3. All rifled deep, too deep and out on the service error, so doors open for Sterling to try and fight their way back into this one as they bring their setters on. Marin Patton will serve. Patton lines it down the middle, tip at the net, ball popped up high and blocked back down by Maggie Adney. And Sterling is battled back within 4. Line serve by Patton, popped up on the back row, set it up, and a line swing from the 10-foot for Heritage Christian, put down by Sarah Salter. And it's 10-5. Big serve deep from Heritage Christian. Ball chased down, bumped up high, and a far side flat swing by Davis deep. Quick setup for Heritage Christian down the middle of the swing from Samantha Leone. Dug out. The return back deep from Emily Warner. Too deep and out, and Heritage Christian will take it back. Line ball deep, popped up back row for Sterling. Set it up for Davis. She'll float it over the block at the net and in the net on her follow-through to give Heritage a 12-5 advantage. They're trying to even it at 1 apiece. Line shot deep, ball chased down, and a back row swing will be knocked into the net by Sterling. Make it 13-5. Heritage serve, misplayed on the back row by Maggie Adney. That's going to go down as another ace, 14-5. And a sub going to, I believe, be forthcoming for Sterling here. It will be. It'll be Anna Kinney checking on for Emma Schultz. 14-5 here in the second game after the opening game went the way of Sterling relatively convincingly. They held on late, and Heritage has used that momentum to parlay into a 10-point lead here in the second. Eagles serve, a rotation violation for Sterling as head coach Kristen Kugler got up to try and move her team around, and they didn't get in the right position. So 16-5. And a lineup check has been called for by the captain on the floor, Marin Patton. 16-5 Heritage here in the second. The serve. Popped up back row by Sterling. Set down the middle for Adney. Adney tips it deep. Ball dug up and into the stands right in front of us. Make it 16-6. And back onto the floor for Sterling is going to come Emma Scholes. Emily Werner will have the serve. Werner lines the ball deep, too deep and out, make it 17-6. Sterling has just not been able to get any momentum whatsoever going here in the second. Serve from the Eagles wide, too wide now. So those little mental miscues that are going to cost you. In any match, definitely in a match like this, you're playing your second. Service error from Sterling makes it 18-7. You're playing 4 matches in a day, so you got to be mentally tough to pull this off. Angle serve. How about an ace? Nicely played on the ball for the Heritage Christian Eagles by their libero, Mariah Green. She's served very well in these 2 matches that Heritage has played to kick the day off. How about a second ace of the rotation to make it 20-7? A timeout going to be taken by Sterling as their second timeout will try and stop the momentum. You see how important in-game momentum is. What Heritage Christian got in the opening set where they rallied off 4 straight to end the opening game. Heritage has been able to turn that in. It was 24-18 at that point. So Sterling has won 8 points. Heritage has won 23 in the last 31 points. That's control of the momentum, and it has to feel pretty good for the Eagles here that they've finally been able to find their offense here a little bit after struggling to find it early on. Otis beat him 13-14, 25-13, 25-14 in 2 of the sets of the opening match. Now Sterling's JV gonna turn around and try and set this one down with no timeouts left here in the opening. Or in this, not opening set, but the second. Line serve down the middle, fielded by Burkholder. Set free, back into the back corner for Heritage Christian. Set up for a nice swing off the block at the net and down. Make it 21-7 on a beautiful swing from Heidi Friedrich. Eagle serve. Popped up by Carly Davis. Bumps that up for a back row swing from Emily Werner. Werner, her attack is dug but not cleanly by the Eagles. So Werner picks up the kill at 21-8. Couple subs on here, including server Kayla Smock. Big serve deep. Ball be chased down by the Eagles. And a free ball over. Popped up by Burkholder. Set down the middle. Flat knock deep by Daria Kramer. Ball dug out, and then the tip in the net was the Sterling block. So make it 22-8. And the Eagles serve. Be popped up on the front row by Josie Black. Set down the middle of the attack, too big and out. Heritage 2 away from squaring us at a game apiece. Line serve deep. Dug out the attack from Emily Werner. Down and in for a kill. Werner, I believe, has 2 of the 4 kills Sterling has tallied up here in this set. Akron and Resurrection Christian about set to get underway on the black court. Line serve into the net, and it is several game points for the Heritage Christian Eagles. 24-9. Line ball deep, popped up high by Burkholder. Back set and a free ball. It'd be just over the top of the net. Friedrich digs it out, set down the middle of the attack by Sysom. Too big and out to make it 24-10. And the serve for Sterling off to Daria Kramer. Kramer puts a serve into the net, and that will do the second. We're even at 1 apiece, 25-10 in the second for Heritage Christian. Third is coming up next on ColoradoPreps.tv.
Ice and Oil has been supporting our community for over 65 years and is the leading supplier in propane, Sinclair diesel and gas, Chevron oils, greases, and lubricants, and a variety of tires and Delco batteries. Located on Highway 34 in Otis and Plattner, Ice and Oil is your #1 source for diesel, oil, gas, and propane needs. For all those road trip adventures through Northeast Colorado, they offer 24-hour pay-at-the-pump gas and diesel services. Ice and Oil, American product, American quality, affordable prices.
Northeastern Junior College Athletics would like to invite you to support NJC Athletics by becoming a member of the Plainsman Athletic Group. The Plainsman Athletic Group has levels of memberships for both businesses and individuals. For more information on how you can become a member of the Plainsman Athletic Group, call 970-521-6618. All support of the Plainsman Athletic Group goes directly to athlete scholarships, ensuring that Northeastern Junior College athletes get the best education possible. Call now, 970-521-6618, and become a member of the Plainsman Athletic Group.
Everybody knows that when a great opportunity like an iPhone presents itself, you grab it. Somebody says they've got tickets to the big game and can't go, you grab the tickets. Somebody tells you that you can get an iPhone at a special price, you grab it. And it's true. For a limited time, Viero has iPhones for only $79.99. And we'll even pay your early termination fees up to $200 when you switch to Viero. All that and coverage you can count on. So hurry into Viero today. Your iPhone is here. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Northeastern Junior College is the state's 2-year premier institution. With more than 35% growth over the last 5 years, Northeastern Junior College is not only expanding the number of students it serves, but expanding in the programs it provides. Whether it's finding the latest technology to improve programs already in existence, or finding new programs that will serve the needs of the future, Northeastern Junior College is Colorado's leader. Get more information at njc.edu. Now's the time to begin thinking about your future with Northeastern Junior College. Visit njc.edu.
Head to the third here at the 15th annual NJC Spectacular, one of the top small school, high school tournaments in the state. I'm Ben Blecka. Sterling JV taking the opening set 25-21, but then Heritage came just tearing back 25-10 in the second. We're even at 1 apiece. Heritage taking the full time to get their coaching in here. You got to respect their head coach for how hard she's worked with this team. This will be their 6th in a row. They've been on the court for more than 2 hours right now since starting the opening match and losing in a sweep to Otis. Otis and Caliche will be our next match Akron and Res Christian just got underway over on the black court. It's 2 apiece. Back row libero attack kicks things off for Heritage here in the third set. Mariah Green will get credit for the kill. As she takes the big attack, she'll hand the serve off to Kaylee Smith. Kaylee Smith's serve knocked down the middle, popped up back row. The attack lined over and dug right back out. Werner the first attack, Kramer the second, and then Heritage Christian getting the return attack back. Too big and out for Heidi Friedrich. And we're even at 1 apiece here in the third game. Long rifle deep, blocked back down off the dig ball by Emily Werner, and Sterling's net game pretty aggressive as well. I have had the privilege this week. This is the third time I've seen the Sterling JV team, as we've also covered the varsity for Sterling on ColoradoPreps.tv, and this JV team has a lot of potential, a lot of great talent in this sophomore bunch. Many of these girls will be asked to step in on the varsity side next year, as there's quite a few seniors on the Sterling side of varsity. 2-all off a service error. And a great block at the net by Heritage Christian and from Tana Sysum on the attack from Sterling. Make it 3-2. Line serve near side. Ball popped up back row swing from Bergholder. Trying to find the back corner. Cannot. And Heritage will take that hitting error. All predicated by a missed dig to start the play off. Friedrich with the serve down the middle. Ball let go. And that service error will allow Sterling to take the serve back. Line serve down the middle. Ball dug up back row, and a free ball will be played over and short. Ball checked up on the front row for Sterling. And the attack hammered deep by Emily Werner. Dug out by Heritage Christian. Nice return attack back by Sysum. Blocked at the net. Ball free back deep by Sterling. Sysum down the middle with the attack. Split the block and put it down and in for a kill. Five-3 Eagles here at 1 apiece in the third. Big top toward the back corner, popped up by Sterling. Back row swing, nicely angled for the Tigers. That was by Emma Schultz, and the attack punched back over by Heritage, and then Sterling set down the middle, left-handed tip from Heritage and Leone, and the return back from Sterling. Nice rally, dug out. Ball kept in play, and a free ball going to go under the net. Sterling trailing 5-4, but a nice little rally between the two teams right there. Ball knocked off the block at the net, and that'll return into a stuff block back down and in from Emma Schultz to square us at 5 here in the third. Tigers with the serve once again. Ball lined down the middle, dug back onto the Tiger side, checked up in the front row, set at the net, and in the net went the setter, so Heritage will take that advantage. And 6-5. Sub on here for Sterling. Ball line deep from Heritage, popped up by the Tigers. Free ball be knocked back over in deep for Sterling from Maggie Adney. Ball dug out, punch back down for Heritage, kept up in play, and the swing knocked deep by Emma Schultz. Her attack is dug up by Heritage Christian. The return attack from Kaylee Smith dug out, set back down the middle, and the knock into the net from Adney. Hitting here will make it 7-5 Heritage Christian. Float serve down the near side, fielded by Burkholder, not cleanly, and ace makes it 8-5. Line serve will be knocked deep. Ball popped up near the net. The angle attack over from Sterling will be popped up by Heritage Christian. Return back too deep and out. And the score goes to 8-6, and Sterling will take the serve. Ball line deep, popped up back row, set down the middle. The big swing knocked down and in for a kill. Nice knock at the net for Heritage Christian by Samantha Leone, one of their two seniors. Make it 9-6. Ball line deep. Too deep and out for Heritage Christian. So Sterling will bring their subs in here. And to serve, Kayla Smock. Wide on the serve from Smock, so the score goes to 10-7 here in the third. Nice angle at the net. It will not result in a kill. Good hit by Josie Blagg, but the angle actually resulted in the block being in the net, so 10-8. Heritage's lead cut back down to 2. Nice kill on the previous play there by Emma Schultz will result in the Tigers an opportunity to tie, and they proceed to commit a service error, and 11-9. Heritage takes the serve back. Eagles will have the serve with Kaylee Smith. Smith knocks it down the middle. Ball popped up back row. Back set will come, and Josie Blagg puts it down. The freshman will give Sterling a second crack to tie it here in the third game. Ball line short, popped up by Heritage Christian down the middle. Nice push by Sysom, dug out, right back into the block, kept in play. Blagg will set it up down the middle and a two-hit violation. The result on not Samantha Leone, on Maggie Adney. And Sterling fails to tie it once again, now 12-10 Heritage Christian. Serve from Heidi Friedrich. Deep ball popped up back row, and a back row swing will be knocked onto the Heritage side. Down the middle, the setter was in the net. So Sterling will get a third crack, maybe the third time's the charm, to try and tie it at 12. Line serve down the middle, nicely dug out by Heritage Christian. A back row swing from their libero, Mariah Green. Tigers chase it down, and a near side swing angle back to the back corner, played by Werner. Third time is that charm. We're deadlocked at 12 here in the third. Deadlocked at 15 over on the black court in their third match of the day between Akron and Resurrection Christian. That, a very, very good match. The ball is chased down and freed over by Heritage Christian. Near side swing, ball hammered deep from Sterling. Tip set over the net by Kronberg, and the Tigers free it back over. The dig free back onto the Tiger side, hammered down by Adney. Quick back up. Adney goes up for the block, but hit through for Heritage Christian by Sysom, and the Tigers free it back over. They'll overset Sysom to the far side for Salter. Salter too big and out, and Sterling has taken a 13-12 advantage. Ball line far side off the Tiger serve. Back row swing from Friedrich deep. Dug out by the Tigers. Chased down back onto the Heritage side. Return back and hammered by Sysom. And the Tigers will free it once again. Friedrich gets it up. They'll set for Sysom down the middle. Blocked at the net by Adney. And the free ball played deep by Heritage Christian once again. Set up onto the near side. Tigers with a nice swing by Emily Werner. They're not playing like a bunch of sophomores. There's no doubt about that. Very key come-throughs for this Tiger team. A 3-0 run puts them up 14-12. Serve crawls the net court and drops in for an ace, 15-12. The Tigers on a 4-0 run. Serve will go deep. Ball popped up, back row. The attack tipped down the line. Chased down on the near side for Sterling. Bumps that up and tipped, angled out. Kept in play by Heritage, and a nice hammer deep by Leone. Turn free back onto the Tigers, or onto the Eagle side from the Tigers by Adney, and a turn big hammer down and in for a kill from Sysom to end the Sterling run at 4-0. But Sterling has control at 15-13. Serve goes into the hands of Mariah Green, the best server for Heritage Christian, and she picks up an ace. Actually, she's going to get robbed of the ace on a rotation violation from Sterling. Either way, chance to tie here for Heritage Christian. Big jump serve down the middle, popped up by the Tigers, set it up onto the left post for an attack from Carly Davis. Back to the right post on the Heritage side. Sarah Salter can't tie, and Tigers take a 16-14 advantage. So 16-15 on the board. I may have missed one. Line deep, too deep and out. Nobody's protesting the scoreboard, so we'll go with it. 16 all. Short serve down the middle. Ball popped up, set for a big attack, angled wide, just too wide and out from Emma Scholes. And Heritage takes a 17-16 lead. Serve wide, down and in for an ace. The Sterling back line let it go, and it dropped on the line for an ace. Sterling coach protesting, but not going to get it overturned. Line serve down the middle, ball set up, and the ball free deep, down and in for a kill for the Tigers by Carly Davis, and back within one comes Sterling once again here in the third, tied at 1 apiece. Big served line down the middle, popped up back row, set it up far side. The attack hits the antenna for Heritage, and Sterling will take that advantage and deadlock it at 18. Akron starting to pull away from Res Christian 21-18 over on the black court here at the 15th annual NJC Spectacular. Set down the middle, ball knocked off the block of the net, diving dig out, set free back corner. Chased down for Heritage by Mariah Green. Bumps that back onto the Tiger side, right into the radar zone for an easy put down by Daria Kramer. And Sterling takes a 19-18 advantage. Line ball down the middle, misplayed by Heritage. How about 20-18 on an ace for Sterling, and a timeout taken by Heritage Christian as they want to talk things over, watching Sterling start to pull away with this third. Very interesting matchup. Got an interesting one following this as well, Otis and Caliche. That is scheduled to start now. It's not going to start now. See if this Sterling squad can uphold it out of the timeout. Heritage going to try and get that momentum back. They staved off some nice points at the end of the opening game, then easily won the second 25-10, but the youth of Sterling starting to get back in to a groove here once again. And they'll have the serve. It's lined down the middle. Ball popped up back row for Heritage Christian. Angle attack at the net. Right there, the block, Davis for Sterling. If it would have gotten over, it clipped the net cord instead. 21-18 Sterling. Ball floated deep from the Tiger serve. Eagles with a nice attack. Ball chased down after the great attack from Leone. They'll come back to the right post for Sarah Salter, and it drops down and in for a kill to make it 21-19. Akron just took the opening set on Resurrection Christian, 25-19. They were tied at 18, and Akron ended the set on a 7-1 run on the Blackpool. Jump serve, floater deep, ball popped back on to the Heritage side. Shoot set down the middle for a nice left-handed attack from Samantha Leone, and Heritage Christian is within one. A timeout doing them good, 21-20. Jump serve, floater deep, ball popped up by Burkholder back row, set onto the left post for a nice swing put down by Daria Kramer, preventing the Heritage tie. And Sterling will line the serve deep. Ball popped up back row by Mariah Green. Set up for an attack at the net by Kaylee Smith, and she hammers it into the net, 23-20. Second timeout going to be taken by Heritage Christian. You don't want to wait another point until it's game point. You take it here and try and give yourself an opportunity to battle back in this one. If for nothing else, to give yourself a little bit momentum. And out of timeouts now is Heritage Christian. Sterling with a 23-20 advantage. Ball knocked deep, popped up back row, set up down the middle in the attack, rifled down and in for a kill by Samantha Leone. Got to run a few more off here to keep this momentum, because if you give up this point right here, you still face 3 game points to go down 2-1. Well, they did just that right there, a service error, and that's been the thing that has crept up and hurt this Heritage team so far in this now their 6th set of the tournament. So it's 24-21. Ball floated short, popped up by Heritage, and the attack knocked into the net, and that will be that. And Sterling taking a 2-1 lead, 25-21 in the first and third. See if Heritage can come back in the fourth like they did in the second when we come back to the 15th annual NJC Spectacular, the Bank of Colorado Event Center. This is a big-time small-town media production on coloradopreps.tv.
Big Tex, a name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex, the name behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex, made to last, made to perform. Big Tex, with years of experience and Texas pride built into every product. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready to transport the job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Sterling Trailers. Call 522-2855.
Kellogg Ewing Levitt Insurance Group is your first and only stop for all of your insurance needs, including health, home, auto, farm and ranch. Kellogg Ewing Levitt can also provide you with professional and general liability bonds. Kellogg Ewing Levitt, going the extra mile for their clients, and they can do the same thing for you. Call Kellogg Ewing Levitt today to receive a no-obligation quote on your insurance needs. 522-4840. That's 522-4840. Kellogg Ewing Levitt, with offices located at 119 North 3rd Street here in Sterling.
Citto has been a staple in eastern Colorado since 1971. Since 1977, Citto has been your place to go for trusses, wall panels, and buildings. With state-of-the-art equipment allowing Citto to stay on top of the truss industry, Citto wants you to know that while the economy has affected everybody, it's allowed them to provide some different services while being able to maintain their spot as one of the top truss manufacturers in Colorado. Contact Citto Building Components out of Otis at 800-925-3207. That's Citto, proud to support Eastern Colorado. You're looking for a used car, but you don't really trust those used car dealers. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto in Sterling, trust is not an issue. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, every vehicle is fully inspected before it goes out on the lot, so you don't have to worry about buying that lemon. For your convenience of shopping, Ertl Brothers Discount Auto is available online anytime at ebautos.com. They understand that not everyone works 9 to 5, so they'll even set up private appointments to work with your schedule. Visit Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4.
Head to the fourth, 25-21, 10-25, 25-21. Sterling JV up 2-1 on Heritage Christian here in the second match of the day of the gold pool at the 15th annual NJC Spectacular. Northeastern Junior College, the home to maybe the best junior college volleyball team in the state, and I don't even think there's a maybe in that. They are the best junior college volleyball team in the state of Colorado, and definitely the nicest facility here for a junior college in the state as well. They host this tournament each and every year, starting in 1997 when they opened this event center. And the opening point of the fourth goes to Heritage Christian as Sterling got tangled up in the net going for a block. So 1-0. Heritage will line the serve deep. Burkholder will field it once again. Ball popped up in the attacking air from Emma Schultz, and this is starting off pretty much the same way as the first couple did for both of these teams. The team in the near court on your video screen in control early on, and how about another ace for Heritage Christian to make it 3-0. Almost identical to the way that the second started off for Heritage Christian. Heritage commits a service error to give Sterling their first crack at the line. I'm Ben Blecka. Glad you've joined us for this entire tournament. The ball line back onto the Sterling side will be set to the back corner and chased down by Heritage Christian. Throw back for a nice attack, but too wide and out went Tana Sisum. And Sterling a chance to tie at 3. Ball angled wide, too wide and out. It seems to me like both these teams, when they have an opportunity to get something going, they get that in their head, and the service error just comes up to bite them. Ball line down the far side, popped up by Sterling. A nice swing down and in for a kill for the Tigers by Daria Kramer. Kramer's developed nicely after seeing her play last year for the Sterling team and then again this year. She is going to put herself into a nice position in Sterling volleyball if she can continue to grow. Nice attack on the right post from Emily Werner, and Sterling able to tie it up at 4. Sterling takes us 1. We're done in 4. And notice Caliche take the court. If not, we go to a decisive 5th. Line down the middle. Ball back. Set on the near side. Push deep and down and in for a kill. Mistiming her approach at the net was Tana Sisum, but it didn't hurt her as she understood the angle she had to play from the approach that she took. So Heritage with the serve, and they line it into the net. So 5-all we go. Subs on. The new setter for Sterling will be Marin Patton, and she'll be the server as well. Patton lines the ball deep, too deep and out, so service error following service error. We're right back to a Heritage Christian 1-point lead. Ball line down the far side, and under the net went the Sterling Tigers, trying to field the hot shot off the receive. 7-5. Ball knocked down the middle, popped up high, throw back set onto the near side, and the free ball will be played over by the Sterling Tigers. Turn and return back, diving dig over and out. The kill will go for Heritage Christian to Michelle Kronberg and make it 8-5. All line down the middle, high diving dig out, set up in the big swing deep. Too deep and out. A hitting error for Sterling makes it 9-5. Ball line down the middle, popped up high for Sterling. The attack over the top of the block of the net from Emily Werner. And set back onto the near side. Trying to get too cute with her shot was Sarah Salter. She mistimed her approach to the net. And instead of just floating the ball, tried to play a very sharp angle and could not get it there. 9-6. Heritage with that lead, and a serve handed over to Sterling and into the hands of Anna Kenny. Her first serve of the match, and her first serve of the match results in an ace. Ball wide down the middle, popped up back row by Heritage Christian, and a 4-hit violation as they can't get it over with the allotted number of hits, and a chance to tie here for Sterling once again on the serve of Kenny. He'll knock it down the middle, popped up, and then a miss hit, and will result in that tie 9-all for Sterling. Ball line down the middle, popped up high, chased down, and a angle shot played down the line beautifully by Sarah Salter. Had to contort her body on that swing a little bit to get that angle play right, but she did it nicely, and Heritage takes a 10-9 lead. Timeout taken by Akron over on the the black court is the tally here at the event center as Res Christian is up by 10 in the second after Akron took the first. 11-9 Heritage off an ace. Ball line down the middle, popped up back row. Set up for a swing by Davis, nicely blocked by Heritage Christian, and Burkholder's free back onto the Tiger side after a Heritage block. Popped up high, and the lefty tip blocked at the net by Adney. And Sterling will look to tie at 11 as Adney gives herself the serve after the block. She'll angle it to the near line and get that ace as the Heritage backline dives and it ricochets out of play. All knocked down the middle, popped up high by Heritage, and the big attack from the Eagles, and Leone chased down by Sterling. The punch not going to get over. Leone won't get credit with the kill there, but she played maybe her best ball of the match right there to help her team get a 12-11 lead. Into serve came Mariah Green. Green down and in for an ace. Mariah Green gives Heritage a 13-11 advantage. Heritage Christian has been on this court 2 hours and 43 minutes playing volleyball with about a 10-minute break in between matches before they had to start their warm-ups. So you start to see it a little bit on some of their faces like, wow, we've been playing a lot of volleyball here, and they want to keep playing more. They'd like to be 1-1 when this match is done, but they got to win this set and one more. Ball lined down the middle and in for an ace once again by Mariah Green, and a timeout will be taken by Sterling as they want to sit down and talk it over. 15-11 Heritage Christian after losing in straight sets to the Otis Bulldogs in their opening match. Resurrection Christian's going to run away from Akron in the second set. It's 22-10. That's a team that's favored to win the district and be one of the teams to contend for the 2A volleyball crown this year. Resurrection Christian showing they deserve to be in the conversation as well over there. So out of the timeout from Sterling, Heritage Christian with a 15-11 lead. We'll keep the serve with Mariah Green. Green angles it far side. Ball kept in play with a high bump and then no communication. Two players play the same ball and can't get it over the net. 16-11. Line serve by Green down the far side, bumped up high, and the attack angled deep from Sterling and Emma Schultz. Nice attack off the block at the net. Ball chased down, and players collide again, and it's 17-11. No communication on the Sterling attack. Gotta talk. Heritage Christian is just running away right now. This is a 6-0 run on their side. Mariah Green with the serve. Popped up back row and freed back onto the Heritage side. Green pops it up down the middle. Big hammer down and in for a kill by Tana Sysom to make it 18-11. A sub in here for Sterling. Just back onto the floor in the back row comes Emily Werner. Ball line far side, popped up high, and the set for the big attack from Sterling, dug over and out. Good substitution back in right there, ends the run at 7-0 for Heritage Christian. On to serve and be the setter, Kayla Smock for the Tigers. Smock floats the ball down the middle, popped up by Mariah Green, back row, and not going to be able to get that third hit as the ball was too close to the net for Heritage Christian. Sterling's back within 5. Smock with a serve once again down the middle, again fielded by Mariah Green. Nice angle off the great dig by Tana Sysom there, and Sysom gets the kill, and Heritage 6 points away from forcing a decisive 5th set. Service error, however, for Heritage. Will keep the door open for the Tigers. (19-14), and the serve goes into the hands of Emma Schultz. Schultz popped up back row by Heritage Christian. The attack from Friedrich, dug out backside by the Tigers. Big swing down the middle from Emily Werner. At the net, the ball blocked, popped up high, set back up, and the ball knocked into the net by Friedrich. Allows Sterling within 4, 19-15. Serve from Schultz deep. Down and in for an ace, and that ace gets Sterling within 3. Sterling has gotten off on quite a few runs in this match. The ball be lined deep, dug out back row, set up in the attack from Heritage, dug out by Burkholder backside. The return attack from Sterling from Daria Kramer, down and in for a kill, and Sterling's within 2, and a timeout will be taken here by Heritage Christian as they're watching their lead slip away, and that's their only opportunity to win this match, as if they can find a way to win game 4 here. Otis and Kalichi both hanging out, waiting to take the court. They were slated for taking the court about 20 minutes ago here at the 15th annual NJC Spectacular. And out of the Heritage timeout, Sterling will maintain the serve with Emma Schultz. Schultz crawls the net cord on her serve. Ball dug out back row by the Eagles and freed over. Quick set up, far side. Werner tips it down the line and in for a kill, and Emily Werner gets Sterling within 1 at 19-18. Can't tie it, though, as the service error comes in. We've seen that time and time again in this matchup. Ball line down the middle, popped up back row by Burkholder. Back set up, and the attack rifled deep for the Sterling Tigers. Set up for a block at the net, and right there to reject the attack, Daria Kramer. Sarah Salter played right into that, and Sterling will have a second crack to tie it here late in this set at 20-19. Daria Kramer with the serve. She'll line it down and in for an ace and got that tie at 20-all. The back row mistimed the swing, and 20-20. Both teams 5 points away from what they want. Heritage forcing a fifth set. Sterling winning in 4. Kramer lines a serve down the middle. Ball dug up, chased down, and a free ball be played over by Sisum. Tigers can't make a clean play on the ball, however, so Heritage takes the point to make it 21-20. Ball line down the middle, popped up high by Burkholder, back set onto the near side, and the floater over the top of the block, the net by Josie Blagg. Set up near side, the attack crawling the net cord down and in for a kill from Michelle Kronberg, and Heritage takes a 22-20 lead, and a timeout will be taken by the Sterling JV coach and Kristen Kugler. She doesn't want this one to get out of hand. Sterling, as a matter of fact, we've seen every single one of their matches this year on Colorado Preps, or the Colorado Preps.tv crew has. We've not broadcast them. They've not even been forced to a fourth or third because their JV matches are typically 2 out of 3. They're playing 3 out of 5 here. They've won in 2 straight every single time out so far. (22-20) Heritage Christian now on the timeout. Here in the 4th, ball line down the middle, fielded by Burkholder. Bumps that up high, and Blagg will turn and angle it down and in for a kill. Timeout worked to end the momentum for Heritage. And Burkholder will take the serve. I believe, no, not Burkholder. Maren Patton will take the serve for Sterling. Patton, line serve near side, ace, deadlocked at 22. Patton lines a serve back near side, 2 wide and out. So Heritage Christian on that service there. 2 points away from forcing the 5th set. Ball line down the middle, popped up for Sterling at the net. A block down on a missed dig, and a couple game points here at 24-22 for Heritage Christian. Line serve down the middle, popped up high by Burkholder. Bumps that up and at the net. The joust is won by Heritage Christian, and we're going to a 5th set. 25-22 is the tally for Heritage Christian in the 4th. The captains will meet, and we'll come back with that 5th. 1st to 15. It's their first win of the day here at the 15th Annual NJC Spectacular on ColoradoPreps.tv.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
Northeastern Junior College Athletics would like to invite you to support NJC Athletics by becoming a member of the Plainsman Athletic Group. The Plainsman Athletic Group has levels of memberships for both businesses and individuals. For more information on how you can become a member of the Plainsman Athletic Group, call 970-521-6618. All support of the Plainsman Athletic Group goes directly to athlete scholarships, ensuring that Northeastern Junior College athletes get the best education possible. Call now, 970-521-6618, and become a member of the Plainsman Athletic Group.
One of the benefits of being a Premier Farm Credit borrower is having the opportunity to share in the association's profits. Since 2001, Premier has paid out over $26 million in patronage dividends. Call us if you want to be part of a local, member-owned and controlled cooperative that understands agriculture. We offer interest rates competitive in the marketplace, and our board of directors is committed to a patronage dividend program. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
Playing sports takes planning. Our day-to-day lives take planning, but we're not all prepared to plan for all aspects of our lives. That's why we have to rely on people like Joel Nelson at Nelson Financial to help us plan for our retirement. Plan and invest in your best interest without compromise. At Nelson Financial, the only certified financial planner in the area, Joel can't help you out unless you call 970-521-7800. Nelson Financial. Better to plan and not need it than need it and have not planned.
Head to the decisive fifth here in our second match of the day in the gold pool at the 15th annual NJC Spectacular volleyball action. Heritage Christian taking a 25-22 fourth set to force us to Game 5. I'm Ben Blecka. Very glad you've joined us. DVDs available bigtimesmalltown.com. We're here all day long for this entire tournament. Next weekend, we'll be back at this on a different site for the Pizza Hut Spectacular, which is our Pizza Hut Invitational, I believe is the official name of that, which is going to feature 5, possibly 6 top 25 teams in the nation of junior college volleyball. We've got high school volleyball action 2 weeks from today down in Akron, another good small school tournament there as well. As we head to the fifth, Heritage Christian and Sterling switch sides again. Heritage will have the serve, however, to start here in the fifth. The winner has been in your near court of every game in this match. Serve will start with Heritage Christian here in the fifth. And in the hands of Kronberg. Tigers will turn, rifle it back deep. Ball dug out back row by Mariah Green. Bumps that up in the attack. Banged off the block of the net. Down and in for a kill by Sarah Salter. And Heritage Christian takes the first point of the fifth. Just a 15 here in this fifth game. Kronberg will line the serve down the middle. Popped up by Sterling. Bumps that up in the attack. Knocked deep for the Tigers by Josie Blagg. Turn and rifle back down and in for a kill for Heritage Christian by Samantha Leone. And quickly, Heritage takes a 2-0 lead. Ball floated short, dug up back row by Sterling, not cleanly, and Ace makes it 3-0. And it's not the way you envision starting a fifth. Probably the first time playing a Game 5 for many of these sophomores on the Sterling side. Kronberg with the serve. Ball popped up. A free ball will be the result from Sterling. Back set and the attack tipped over the block at the net from Smith and down and in to make it 4-0. Kronberg lines the serve down the near side, popped up by Sterling, set up far side Blagg, and a hitting error makes it 5-0, and a timeout going to be taken by Sterling here in the Game 5 as Heritage has come out and run this one in their favor very quickly. Our next match pits Otis against Caliche. Will probably be closer to 12:30 on the start of that one as opposed to the advertised 11:30. So out of the Sterling timeout, Heritage Christian will remain with the serve. Ball lined down the middle, popped up by the Tigers. Blag with the attack. She's blocked, and it rolls the net cord and drops down. That tight-roping ball gives Sterling their first point here in the fifth. Ball knocked down the middle, popped up back row for Heritage Christian. Set up on the far side. The attack rifled down the line and in for a kill. Nicely played by Sarah Salter. 6-1 Heritage Christian. Salter gives herself the serve. Jump down the near side, popped up by Sterling. Set up down the middle for Blag. Her attack deep, too deep and out. Salter. It's eventually going to be allowed to serve. There are fans just kind of meandering around back there. She will get the go-ahead to serve and knocks it into the net. Tigers will take the serve now. Line down the left line, popped up. And the lefty tip over the top of the block at the net by Samantha Leone. Tigers with the return from Blag. The free ball be played deep, misplayed by Sterling, and 8-2 go the Eagles. Serve will come from the Eagle libero, Mariah Green. Ball rifled deep, too deep and out for Sterling, 9-2. Blag fields the serve from Green, and a free ball back over from Sterling. Popped up high by Heritage Christian. A flat free will be played short on the Tiger side. Kept up by Adney. Set up onto the near side for Werner. Werner clipping the block at the net and getting the kill. 9-3. Or 4, pardon me. Sterling cuts a lead down to 5. Serve deep, too deep and out, and 10-4. Tigers giving away far too many points. They'll play back-to-back later against Otis and Caliche. Can't do that against any team. So Tigers once again give away a point. It's now 11-4. Heritage 4 points away from winning this one in 5 and coming from behind 2-1. Tigers get a free ball over back onto the Heritage side. Set up in the attack, banged into the net by Heritage to make it 11-5. Ball line down the middle, popped up high. Shoot set onto the near side for Friedrich. Friedrich's attack deep, dug up back row, and a back row swing coming from Sterling and Emma Scholes. All set up, the attack hammered down and in for a kill from Tana Sysom to make it 12-5. And the Eagles serve from Friedrich. Big attack, banged off the block at the net by Emma Scholes to best hit of the Sterling Tigers in this match. Find themselves down 12-6, though. Heritage can afford to trade points here. Sterling cannot. They got to win some points of their own accord. Line serve down the middle, popped up high by the Eagles. Tipped back down and into the back corner. Nicely played once again by Tana Sysom. 13-6. Improper substitution on the Sterling side has required them to burn their second time out as their libero came back in wrong, I believe, is what the substitution was there. So 13-6. 60-second delay for these two teams as they'll talk things over. Heritage Christian, they've mounted their comeback nicely here in this one. After losing the first 25-21, they dominated the second 25-10. 25-21 Sterling took the third, and then Heritage 25-22 in the fourth, closing it out nicely, and have carried all that momentum here into the fifth. Serve will be in the hands of sophomore Tana Sisum for Heritage Christian. Out of the second timeout for Sterling at 13-6. Sisum rifles it down the middle. The misplayed dig dug out of the net by Sterling and freed over. Ball popped up high and a free ball be played deep by Leone. Dug out back row by Sterling, set up far side. Nice swing off the top of the block at the net and down for Emma Scholz to make it 13-7. 21 all in the third between Akron and Res Christian over on the Blackpool. They're tied at one apiece. Sterling gets a couple subs on here, and to serve for them will be Marin Patton. Patton lines it down the middle. Ball popped up by Heritage Christian. Set up in the attack. Banged off the block at the net. Chased down by Sterling. Kept in play, and a free ball be dumped over onto the Heritage Christian side. Set far side. The attack knocked deep. Dug up back row. Quick step back onto the near side. Big swing down and in for a kill again by Emma Scholz. This has been her fifth on the Sterling side. She's amassing a good number of kills. Trying to fight her team back into it. Marin Patton served deep. Popped up back row. Short set down the middle. Lefty tip through the block at the net by Leone. Dug out in the return attack. Knocked down. Nicely dug out. Off the Daria Kramer attack. Free ball back over by Heritage Christian. Set up far side. Once again, the big swing coming from Emma Scholz, and she knocks it into the net. And match points now at 14-8 for Heritage Christian. Serve goes into the hands of Kronberg. She'll knock it down the middle. Dig back onto the Heritage side. Kronberg bumps that up far side. The attack from Salter deep, dugout, and the free ball back over by Sterling and Scholz. Ball kept in play by Heritage Christian. Joust at the net, in, and that will be the match. 15-8 in the fifth. Heritage Christian comes from behind for the victory in 5. Good job by Heritage Christian to battle back. Sterling JV showed some salt here as well. That'll wrap up this second match. Third match coming up, Otis and Caliche here on ColoradoPreps.tv.